we love sports just like you.
Welcome to the Team Podcast, episode 014. My name is Nash, host of the Team Podcast. And my co-host is Wells from the Horseplay Podcast. Say what's up, Wells.
What's up, ladies?
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
What up? Not a DJ.
What's going on, guys?
Chilling.
What's going on? You got it. All right, well.
It was an after play. I didn't steal Wells' thunder this time.
Well, better late than never, I guess.
Right?
You just cucked Dwayne right there.
Interrupted me right at the thing. All right, any cool stories from this week, guys? Any cool stories? Any of you guys watch the Golden Globes? Are you guys into that?
You know what?
I watched it from... I'm ashamed to say I watched it from start to finish.
It's not really a shame. You can watch it. You're allowed to watch
my
it. Sunday
Sunday consisted of just lying on my couch watching playoff football, and it was a nice transition into the Golden Globes.
Nice smooth transition to Golden Globes.
And I had the option to change the channel, but I just kept watching the Golden Globes all the way through. And then when it ended, I still watched like
Whatever came on next.
Yeah, whatever came on after. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll move.
Well, it was a beautiful thing on the Globes. It was all about the ladies. It was all about the ladies. You saw a lot of the men when they got their awards, they're like played off in 45 seconds, but they let a lot of the women speak. And I guess the most famous one was Oprah.
Yeah.
Who?
And Oprah's speech.
Who's that?
The lady that's running for president in 2020?
Is that a good
I
thing?
don't think so.
For the country of the United States? Is that a good thing? Yeah. That they're letting celebrities now run?
Exactly. It's like it's going to be every 4 years which celebrity is going to run for president, which is what it's going to become.
Ronald Reagan was president. He was an actor, right?
Yeah,
I guess, yeah. I guess.
It's been a history. It's a history of it.
Which reality star gets to get
be the vice president,
vice president, and whatnot?
Yep.
Yeah, right now I'm totally into like movie mode right now. Like I got a
Yep.
stack full of movies. I gotta watch. Lady Bird. What's the other one? Get Out. I still haven't watched Get Out.
You haven't seen Get Out?
No, still haven't watched it.
Goodness,
It's there on my lap. It's there, sitting there. Still need to watch that.
It's like you're
That's
protesting
been out for a
it.
year.
Yeah, it's like you're
The
protesting
Post-
at this
no,
point.
it's just I don't have time. I got The Post I gotta watch still.
You can put that one aside. Put Get Out at the top.
Shape of Water. So many movies I gotta watch. Daniel Day-Lewis one. Which one was that? Was that
Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread? Yes. I would say it sounds like a sci-fi movie.
It's about clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can watch a movie about clothing.
But I heard his performance is awesome. Just like a typical Danny Day-Lewis. It's just the little things he does in the performance where you're like, wow, you get mesmerized. I hate how they really got to spread these movies out, man. Like they all like just come at you at like December, January, February.
But not Get Out. That came out last
I'm
February.
aware how long that came out. I'm aware how long that came out. It's just, I haven't watched
That's like a refusal to watch something.
No, it's there, and I'm going to watch it.
To be honest, you're now going to be let down when you watch it.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it and think,
No,
oh my God.
I've avoided a lot of things on it. I've avoided a lot of things. So now, that's my first movie I'm going to watch.
I feel like you see enough for it to be ruined for you. I'll just throw it out there. But let us know
How do you
how
know
you
what
feel
I've seen? I haven't seen anything about it.
I don't know
what
but
it's about. I don't know anything about it.
You've read about it. You've heard
nothing.
it's
I've
won
read
all
about nothing.
the awards and it made all this money, and you're going to
Didn't win
expect
any
this great. And it's
didn't win any
just a
awards.
horror movie.
It hasn't won
What
any
award
awards.
did it win?
I don't know.
You said it won any awards. It hasn't won anything.
Oh, it won the most procrastinated movie award by Nash over here.
There you go. Right? Oh, I thought it was like this Emmy award winning, fantastic.
Emmy's TV, man.
Whatever, leave me alone.
Just backing out of this one.
All right, so we'll start off with probably the most talked about thing this weekend, the national championship for United States college ball. Alabama 26, Georgia 23. Nick Saban getting another chip. That's 5 in 9 years, 6 in total. Nick Saban probably cementing himself as one of the best.
I mean, all the kids go there. He's got a system of just pros on pros on pros.
That's the way college is now.
Do we consider him a legend for just having the best kids and winning the championship?
Well, that's the way college is right now, right? Every kid just goes to the best school just to win.
Yeah, they know from high school that they're going to make it to the next level. So why would you go somewhere and lose?
Yeah.
You don't have to make a name for yourself if you already know that there's NFL teams looking at you when you're in high school. Go to Alabama, get a championship, I guess, and then.
Mm-hmm. But the actual game itself was pretty good. I know you were watching it there, Wells, at Real Sports.
Yeah.
Alabama down 13, Would you stop eating those pretzels? Alabama down.
Sorry.
Alabama down 13.5, and then this is something you don't do. I mean, if they did this and you lost, he would be crushed forever. This is something you don't do. You take out your starting quarterback and put in a freshman, and it worked. It worked, Wells. It worked.
2 freshmen going at it. 2 actual true freshmen.
Yep.
Going at it.
The national championship.
Championship. A true freshman had not won. Well, I mean, we're guaranteed a true freshman to win this game, but one hadn't won since, I believe it was 1985.
Yep.
So it was a good game. You saw a lot from both sides. Like, Fromm is going to be a star, and he's the quarterback from Georgia.
I mean, he didn't play that well.
Played pretty well against
Pretty well.
Probably the best defense in all of college, and he's an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
to do that on the big stage in a dome, I think he's shown poise, and in 2 years he'll be a number 1 overall pick, future Cleveland Brown.
Remember that time Vince Young had a great national championship game?
2003? Was it 6?
2006. All I'm saying is that I don't think it means anything to play great in this game. And as good as the players are,
it means something on a college level. Like you will remember. Like you just brought up 2006.
It's not just one game. He's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you said you watched the game versus Oklahoma.
that was a great game.
Yeah, and he looked pretty good there.
The running backs look good.
Yeah, the running game.
Here's the thing. He's an alright quarterback. Don't get me wrong, and he deserved to be in this game. But 50% completions on 32 passes, 2 picks.
Oh, he's a 19-year-old, 18-year-old,
18-year-old.
All,
He's
the,
18
all
years
the
old.
kids are between 17 and 21, so you can't really be like.
Oh, the quarterback that took out was 20 years
But
old.
you're a teenager,
Yeah.
and you're playing in probably one of the most watched games of the year.
But all the kids are teenagers there. It's not like he's
Not
18.
all.
There's kids that are 30.
Anyway.
Well, actually, there probably is kids. That
I will
are
say this, Mike. Though a lot of Alabama players, they go to the NFL and they don't really do much.
No, they just play.
The Alabama players.
I don't know
per se.
about that.
Well, name the most high-powered guy out of Alabama in the NFL
I
today.
can name a lot of NFL players.
No,
from
they come out of Alabama. They don't really do anything. They don't make their mark on it.
Mark
on the
Ingram.
NFL. Yeah. Mark
Derek,
Ingram from Alabama?
yeah, Derek Henry, Hocklin Dix, Nick Fairley. I mean, you could go on.
I mean, they're okay, but are they superstars of the league? No.
Derek Henry's gonna be a superstar.
I don't think so.
He's not there yet.
I think every year you got
Next
5
year-
Alabama players go to the
Yeah, way more than that.
Way
They
more
get
than that.
drafted?
Way more than that.
Their defense is heavy. Their
I'm not
offense
saying-
okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not like Alabama players.
AJ McCarron's in
Yeah.
the NFL. I don't know. They
AJ
produce
McCarron.
talent, right?
Yeah.
Of course,
Like,
it's an NFL factory.
yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they run an NFL offense. don't they?
Amari Cooper as well.
Right?
Yes, you're right.
They
You're
just run a pro offense. So there's also that.
Well, they're basically a pro team.
So yes, Nick Saban again winning again, and he's favored again next year.
Of course. With the freshman
why not?
class.
Alabama roll tide.
Well, that's a dynasty.
Well,
Well,
it's
5 times
hard
in
to
9
have
years.
a dynasty when you can only have players for 4 years at max, right? Like, because you just. But the way that the recruiting works is you can just.
How long do you have to stay? 2 years? Is it 2 years?
You gotta stay 2,
Yeah.
right? But like at the end of the day, really, hey, you're the number 1 prospect nationally. You go to Alabama. You know you're gonna play 2 years in
You
a
don't
pro
have to,
system.
though, right?
You don't have to. But do you have to prove yourself? No.
Because look now, look, they have. Like the kid that came in, Tua Tagovailoa or whatever you want to
Nice
say.
try. Yeah.
right?
yeah.
They got Jalen Hurts still as well. So if you're a quarterback, if you're the number 1 quarterback in high school, you're not going to get recruited by Alabama because they've already got 2 slots, right?
Yeah.
So the number 1 quarterback goes to.
Yeah, but
someone
quarterbacks
else.
don't go to Alabama normally. Like
It's true.
top prospects
It's
don't
true.
go there.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
They
you
get
know, if
players.
you
They
have
get- they get players.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have log jams, that creates the best player from this position to go to somewhere else.
Opportunity elsewhere. I feel like if you have to prove yourself, you don't go to one of these NFL factories, right? You go to a team and try to run your
Oh,
stats.
I mean, we're
and
looking
be a
at
star.
like guys coming into the NFL now who like what university did Antonio Brown go to? exactly. What university did?
Was that a
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Did
I'm
Alvin,
the wrong person to
Are you
ask.
just quiz right now?
where did Alvin Kamara come from?
Yeah.
Like Toledo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But, well,
there's a lot of stars coming out now from smaller schools.
But are they nationally prospected, or do they go to college and make a name for themselves? There's
A lot
difference.
of times, and it's proven even in basketball. A lot of these guys are going to other schools because they want to shine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Well,
they know they're going to be sitting behind somebody else if they go.
Yeah, and Alabama's a place where you go if you know you're going to start in your freshman year, you're going to play your 2 years, and you're going to go.
Yeah, but
Alabama
you know,
doesn't.
a lot of guys stick around for that third year too, for their junior year.
How many seniors are in Alabama this year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
I mean, you
No,
have,
there's
you have guys who
seniors.
will not make the NFL.
Yeah,
That
there's
keep
seniors.
playing.
Yeah, there are seniors there, but are they going to the NFL? Probably not.
No.
There might be a few. I'm not.
But
privy
you
to
could
the
have a
roster.
good senior year and make a case.
Yeah, but I'm not privy to the roster really. But anyway,
I also think
Anyway.
the kicker from Georgia was pretty good, man.
Oh, the kicker.
Yeah, he looks really good, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hate kicking.
Sweet goggles too.
I hate kicking. If it was up to me.
Well,
kicking-
I mean, the
kicking
game could have been over
Yeah.
before overtime if that Alabama kicker did his job, but he missed from like 40 yards.
Yep. Anyway, so another one for Nick Saban. Woo!
What? Why are we, you who?
I don't know.
Who's the best part of that whole thing?
I felt that.
The game was actually good. Like, it was entertaining.
No, it was. Wait, well, the second half was entertaining. I find the first half was. It was
I mean,
it
the
was
first
okay.
half, the fact that Alabama
Yeah.
was down so big, you knew that if they got
Yeah, it set the
tiniest,
drama.
if they got that tiniest little hope, that they would take advantage of it, and they did.
They're only down by 2 scores. I hate when people say they're down by 13.
I
It's
know.
only 2
I
scores.
know. It's true. You're down by
It's
two,
only-
technically.
It's only 2 scores.
Now, how many games go into overtime at the national championship level? Because we saw the first semifinal go into overtime last, but like how many?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't
I
have
have no idea.
I feel like a couple years ago it went into overtime, so I was going to say that's the first one, but it's
You
not.
might be right. I'm the wrong person to ask. That's truly the wrong person to ask. Let's transition over to the NFL.
Big boys.
I wrote down NFC as
job.
NFL. Anyway, transitioning over to the NFL.
You want to talk about the NFC?
Let's recap the wild card weekend. So we got. So we'll go back. So Smythe, you were 1 of 4.
Shut up.
Ooh. Who's your one that you got right?
The Jags beating the Bills.
Myself, I was 2 of 4.
Yeah.
So how
And,
did Wells do?
and we'll just anyway. Wells was 3 of 4.
I was 1 point away from being 2 points away, technically, from being perfect.
But let's go to the big game because I was.
Oh, we're just gonna. So
You
okay.
you won the week, but
I know,
I want to transition
So-
over to the big game because I was.
Now,
Because
can we add up the playoff standings?
Yes, you're winning. You, sir, are in the lead.
you were in the lead by 1.
Oh,
3 of 4.
all right.
That's
Well,
the
we
way
still
we're
got plenty
putting
of
it.
work to do, guys. Let's go.
Now going into the last game, this is where, and again, you guys can go back and listen to see our picks, but the last game, Saints versus Panthers, 31-26. This is a really good game.
I mean,
I did not sit down the whole game because basically I wanted to win the week, and that was
That was the
me.
one.
That was the difference between
That
me
was the
winning the
game.
week
And
or
losing
losing the
the
week. And I basically didn't sit down the whole game. So,
well, I'll start at the end. Intentional grounding. That third down. Carolina
Yeah.
driving to win it.
yeah, by the
Yeah.
rules, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was outside the
No,
he's
he
outside the
wasn't.
hash
No,
marks.
he
though.
wasn't.
I don't think that was
outside-
very controversial.
No, he was
wasn't.
definitely outside the hash
He
marks.
wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He threw it
wasn't.
from outside the hash, but he wasn't away from the pocket.
Oh, man. No one's going to argue that.
Man,
You're the only person that I heard.
I
say that.
don't see that
And
was
then-
pretty cut and dry.
And then that pick where the ball hit the ground, like we took one step and hit the ground. Like, is that a pick? Can you consider that incomplete?
I don't know. You guys thought this game was close. I didn't think Panthers had a chance.
It was
to win
very
the game.
close. What do you mean?
No,
very
no,
close?
no,
The
it wasn't.
score may have been
Yeah,
by
the
5.
score said it was close. It
But
did-
I
it
didn't
was
think
not close.
I not once did I think New
Cam was
Orleans-
out there by himself.
They were virtually 2 plays away from winning the game.
I know, but like, I
You
never
honestly
felt.
felt it was close.
I never felt
never
once
that.
that New Orleans was in harm of losing.
If
that
there
game.
wasn't that intentional grounding, it was the same 4th and 12 or whatever it was.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do anything, man. They weren't doing anything all game.
Wow.
Like,
Well, they came back at the end. It's
at
one of
the
those,
end, exactly.
but
Like
it's
it
one of
was
those
like,
games where a team comes back from behind and takes the game. They were literally, and they were on the 30-yard line. It wasn't like, they had the ball at their 20 with 5 seconds left. They had a legitimate chance of winning this football game at the end. Did they play well? No. And
They
you
left
have
themselves.
Because
They
they're-
put themselves in that position too.
that. Well, I mean,
Now here's something you can't say Wells because you texted into the group. You're gonna get that classic Cam Newton. We didn't get those.
Nah, we did.
Did not. Get
Oh,
that
we got it
classic.
a few times.
No, did not get that classic.
We
Cam
got it
Newton.
a few
That guy
times.
was
when they
he
drove
was
his head into the ground.
Well,
he had
like,
to go
what,
to
okay,
concussion
first of all, like
was the
this
only
league,
reason
this
they were-
league is stupid. How he got to play after getting destroyed.
I was gonna say that for a little. Okay, we can go. We can
Okay,
go to that.
and,
Yeah, so
then the offensive coordinator saying that he was buying time for Derek Anderson to get ready. That's why he fell down. That is the biggest load of crap I've heard.
Okay.
And this league is such a mess.
All right, let me set the stage. So if you guys didn't watch it, Cam Newton basically what was it? He got tackled.
He got his head driven into the
He,
ground.
he
His
tried.
helmet-
He
his
tried
helmet-
to evade a tackle,
Yeah.
and when he turned around, he got smoked.
He got smoked. His head basically smacked up against his helmet. Now Cam Newton was saying it was his eye. He was walking back to the sidelines, and then he collapsed, and then he fell. Collapsed.
He just fell. You don't
Just
fall
fell.
down like that because of your eye.
They were pointing to his eye and
6
stuff
foot
like that.
6 dude. You don't fall down because of your eye.
They avoided the concussion protocol completely. I think I texted you
no,
guys.
he went in the tent. He went in the tent.
That's not the concussion protocol.
I know, but he went in the tent and
That's not
walked
the
out.
concussion protocol.
He
You're
went in the
supposed
tent
to
and
go-
said he was still playing, basically.
He went in the tent to say it
But
was his eye.
he cannot say he wants to play. That's a doctor's order.
The concussion protocol is you're supposed to go to the back and then you do your evaluating test. He didn't do anything. He was sitting there. He said it was his eye. Blah blah blah. So basically, all I want the league to say is like, there is no concussion protocol. These guys have all signed waivers. They know the risks.
And that's
You can't do anything about it.
I mean, he went back in
Because-
the game and he threw a 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he tried to finish the game in the game-winning drive. So, I mean, you can make a case and point that maybe he didn't have a concussion. Was it the hit scary? Yeah. A 300-pound dude.
Wait. What's your case to say he didn't have a concussion?
I mean, he still played well after.
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just-
Like, well, just because you have a concussion, you just
that
like,
doesn't matter.
you shut down.
Concussions
Like,
could come up the very next day.
yeah.
Yeah, the next day.
Like he could be screwed for the rest of his life just because he went
Just
out and
because he
played.
went back in.
I don't know.
That's how concussions work. Like,
And he doesn't get to say whether he's good or not, right? Like it's
That's a protocol. Remember what happened to
Russell Wilson.
and they said they revamped the protocol, and
No, he didn't.
He revamped it and decided that if players want to play, they can just play. I don't know.
well, you got people talking heads saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have come out. It's a playoff game. Like you can't take him out. Concussion protocol be damned. It's the playoffs. You got to stay in." I'm like, that's the whole point.
Well, that's
Cam
the
Newton's
league.
going to come
No,
back and
that-
sue them.
That's how the league is. That is the league.
It's another Will Smith movie waiting to happen.
Yeah.
here.
Well,
Just say there's no concussion protocol, and you know there is. There is no concussion.
well, that's the truth of the matter. They
There is no
can't. They
concussion
can't say that. But the truth of the matter is, if ratings are on the line, you're going to go play.
protocol. Anyway,
You see
back.
that pass Anderson through the screen that got
yeah,
Yeah,
should have been a pick six.
I think they're just like, can't just get back in there. We don't care if you can
Anyway,
barely
back to the
see.
game. Back to the game. They did basically the Saints stopped running, and then Drew Brees was Drew Brees. What was over 300 yards he threw for?
370
Yeah,
something.
completion percentage is
Now-
off the rails.
Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
How good is that guy?
Drew Brees in the dome is always good. Hard to bet against him.
How good is that guy?
He's good.
I think he's the most accurate quarterback ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of them.
statistically he is.
Him and
but
Bradford.
I think he actually like
Actually, statistically, he actually is.
he
Statistically, I
can
think he actually
sling
is.
I think
that ball.
career maybe, but like Bradford had the highest percentage in one season.
Well, I think Bradford.
But that's because Bradford
No,
also
over a career,
passes
over a
five.
career. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the numbers
Passes
actually
5
say
yards.
Yeah, Bradford's got not Bradford.
Bradford, I
Brees,
think, has a season
3
high.
of the 4 most accurate seasons.
Yeah.
And Sam Bradford has.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
I just the way he slings that football, like he can throw all day long. The ball's out quick. With the running game, it helps.
Well, they didn't run the ball.
Well,
game. They like it was just Drew Brees.
Yeah,
It
I
was
They
think-
weren't
Brees.
going to
yeah,
let
you-
Carolina wasn't letting them run
Yeah,
the ball.
you would
Yeah,
have
they
thought.
stacked. Yeah, they stacked up against the run, so they couldn't run.
But yeah, he was hitting. I think Michael Thomas had like 10 catches. Yeah, I just never thought that there was like New Orleans would lose it. I just didn't think that there was any sight of that because Carolina couldn't stop Drew Brees.
Yeah, there's one pass away.
You
from
know
losing.
what would happen if Cam Newton had another receiver like a 6'5", 240-pound receiver. Like I think if he had more targets,
They
like
had
that,
a chance to do it.
I think they
Like
would
a
have
guy,
had a chance.
like a guy who was playing on a team that was in the playoffs.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It's just like that. Yeah. I think if they had that,
Maybe.
I think Cam would have had a chance. Oh wait, they did, and they traded him.
Now, who was the guy they were throwing to that had the bad shoulder?
Funches.
They were just lobbing the ball
Yeah, I
to
felt
him.
bad for him,
Just
man.
hoping he makes a catch. One point, he could have stretched his arm and made a play,
Yeah.
but I think his shoulder hurt so much that he can only get his arms out like this, and the ball just falls hopelessly to the ground. I'm just like,
Yeah, people they were dropping passes all over.
they
And
did
that
it
was-
to
it was so
themselves.
bad.
That and you're saying that Cam threw a 60-yard touchdown. He threw a 5-yard pass, which
just
McCaffrey ran
took off
for
that
55
field.
yards.
You know what though? It was a smart play. It was a great play.
Oh yeah, like
It was a great play by Cam Newton.
And you see how the Saints,
he did
All
what he
Cam,
Yeah.
you see the Saints that one play they went for it at what was it? Was it fourth and 2 or something like that?
Yeah.
And they went for it, and
Yeah.
and they were killing him for it.
Yeah.
They were like, "Why are you doing it? You're so arrogant." I'm like,
Sean
I love
Payton,
it,
man. Yeah, I like that too.
I love it.
It's the
I
playoffs.
hate if you actually think about it. How many? Because you have 4 chances to either get 10 yards or score a touchdown. You get 4 chances, and you're throwing away that 4th chance every time.
Yeah.
You're giving that up. And this is one guy who wasn't cowardly enough to go, "Yo, I'm trying to win this game."
You know what's famous for that? The New England Patriots. The Patriots look 4-1. We're on a 4-yard line. Why punt?
Freaking Carolina Panthers.
punt?
That's why that Riverboat Ron
Steelers
has
try
his
to do
name.
that. Yeah, Steelers
Steelers do it a lot, too.
Well,
Steelers
a lot
try
of
to
teams do
that,
it.
too.
It's one of those things where, like, if it's 4 and less than 2.
No, not a lot of teams do it.
No, not Andy
Very-
Reid.
Well,
Yeah.
no. Well, there's teams that play better defense than offense, and they won't do it. But there's a lot of teams that go for it now.
Nobody
Statistically, like,
Nobody
analytics,
does.
and it makes more sense
Teams
now.
that win do it.
Well, if you're closer than you're 40,
Actually, don't. Most teams don't. Like
But
Steelers
teams that
did.
win, think about the teams we just named off.
They
New
will go-
England,
yeah.
Steelers, New Orleans.
Steelers tried. No, Steelers did do it for a year. I think they've gotten away from it. I didn't really see it that much this year. I don't think anyway. But you know, better
Steelers
than
also
Smith.
Steelers also
I mean,
go for 2
Wells.
more often
Yeah, they do.
than others.
Yep, and that was part of their thing too. But yeah, most of the time I always think NFL and baseball coaches they're just cowardly. They go
Too
by the
conservative.
book. Yeah, they go by the book, and whatever the book tells them, they do.
because
Like,
you never
do it.
want to lose
Hey,
a
numbers
game
don't
based
lie,
on a
right?
decision. Yeah, you never want to
Just do
lose a
it.
game.
Just
like
do
that.
it. What's gonna hurt? I've always
Also depends sometimes on the tempo of the game and how it's
It
going,
does.
right?
Yeah.
Like a 4th and 2 when it's a 40-point blowout is different than when it's a 4 and 2. And if you get one more first down, you might ice the game, right? Like, and it depends on your field position. So there's a lot of factors that determine why you would go on a 4 and 2 or a 4 and 3. But
Yeah, but watching this Carolina game, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, you guys are losing. Like, go for it. Like, why are you punting away? Go for it. Go for it. What are you going to lose? You're losing now. Go for it. Anyway, that's just some things I just look
Sums
at.
it up for you.
sometimes you also can't just trust the offense.
Yeah,
That's
true.
exactly
That's
what happens a lot of time.
true. That's true. Titans 22,
Oh, man.
KC 21.
Oh, man.
I unfortunately did not get to watch this or the Atlanta
man.
game on Saturday,
That's
so
fine. That's fine. We can.
I cannot give you full details of what
Oh,
I
you
saw.
want me to tell you how Andy Reid just gave up that huge lead he had?
I heard the official resigned after that game.
The official?
Oh, triplet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he screwed up so bad.
Did he though?
Did he?
I,
Did he or KC screwed up?
first of
Look,
all,
man, you had a 21-3 lead. Like,
KC bombs like bomb can bomb. It's not that. That's who they are.
that game was like a metaphor for their season. Like you come out
Yes,
hot,
yes,
come out very
yes.
hot, blazing, and then the second half you just disappear and you can't get back. And that's basically, from what I heard, is what happened with this game. Because I saw the first quarter.
And
Yeah.
you were like, "This is over."
And I'm like, geez, like this is going exactly how we all thought it would.
Everyone thought it would. Because you guys, Wells, you called Tennessee the worst team
In the playoffs.
I really thought they were.
in the playoffs.
Well,
and
no, they were. They've now won a game.
Well, you can't be the worst team if you won a game.
yeah. Well,
Better than
so
4 other teams that lost.
is New England afraid now?
No.
Well,
no,
hang
no,
on, you're
no.
jumping the boat there. You're jumping the boat. You're jumping the boat. Let's just.
So we got to go
Come on,
linear
man,
here.
Come on. Yeah. So a lot of talk again. The talking heads around the world. Whose fault is it? Andy Reid?
You know
Smith?
what?
Smith?
There's got to be a point where Andy Reid takes the fall.
Is it this point?
If you give Andy Reid another season and they come out early on top and they finish 10-6 and lose in the first round again, you're just throwing a year away.
I think he's lost something like 6 in a row home games
Yeah.
or something like that in the playoffs.
Yeah, and KC has lost 11 home games or whatever
Jeez.
of their last 12.
Jeez. Now the rumor is like Alex Smith, he's pretty much gone. You might be able to get a haul for him if you trade him away or something.
This was his best year statistically, I believe.
Probably. Yeah, I can't see anywhere else, but
Buffalo Bills.
yeah. There's lots of teams that will take him. Jaguars. Imagine Jaguars.
No,
Alex
they're
Smith.
not getting rid of Bortles. Why you look at me like that? Bortles is playing in the Eastern Conference semifinal.
And you think it's because of
AFC
Bortles?
Well, they're there.
You think it's because of Bortles?
Hey, man, Joe Flacco got paid
Joe
$20 million
Flacco.
a
Only
year
scored
for
one
the Super
Joe
Bowl.
Flacco did get paid.
who only scored 1 touchdown in that Bills 3, Jags 10.
Hey, man.
That game was sad.
Was it
sad?
though? What made it sad?
Because there was no offense.
So
Yeah, but it was
bored.
like, I don't know.
You like that game?
I watched the whole game. I was into
God,
it.
man. I was,
You know what? To be
bored,
honest,
man.
that's a game that can get broken open with any play. It's a good game to watch.
Because it's like, it's a playoff game, right? So every play mattered in that, especially in the last half. Like, every play mattered. It was like if you're watching a 0-0 hockey game, you're like, oh, it's almost like the next goal wins, right? It was like the first touchdown wins.
And the thing is, I found myself rooting for the Bills.
Me too, man.
I was like,
Look, we make fun of the Bills a lot, and I don't care for the Bills at all.
A lot.
But there's something in me that, like,
I'm a bit of a fan.
Because I know their fan base suffers. I know the town is nothing, and like, just if they had a won, like, and they, honest to God, I thought they should have won that game.
Rashford Danny, I was listening to him on the Sportsnet. He kept on trying to make a thing of this. It's like, oh, why aren't more Torontonians into this Bills? I'm like, Bill, I'm like, Torontonians aren't into the Bills. Like, that's not a thing. I think there are more Steelers fans in Toronto.
I just think for proximity, there are Bills fans, but like,
do you know a lot though?
Sure, yeah. Like, I think the average NFL fan in Toronto is a Bills fan.
I think they're Steelers or Cowboys fans.
But they're not average fans. I think football fans in Toronto.
If we have a home team,
wait. I don't think they're in Toronto. I think they're in like Hamilton and all that kind of.
Yeah, so say where my family is.
I know a lot of people in Toronto.
Hamilton's about 45 minutes away, and it's closer to the border than we.
I know a lot of people in Toronto who are Bills fans, but
I
I think it's because
they're
casual football fans, and it's like, okay, well, the closest team here is Buffalo.
Also, though,
that's the closest field I can go to watch a game.
The Bills played here a couple of years ago. They played
true.
here twice.
So they had
and they didn't sell out. They had to pay for the stadium.
I know, but you're still affiliated because they're here. You can go see them.
But like, when you think Steelers, Cowboys, like New England, Green Bay fans in Toronto,
it's just fans. But those are just bandwagon fans. I don't think people are like, I'm a Steelers fan because I'm close with the Steelers.
I know. I'm not gonna. You're looking at one right now. You're looking right at one right now.
We all have our reasons why we became fans.
No. But the thing is, I think because in Toronto we didn't have a team to latch onto, so people just went out. You're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, but I'm not an Eagles fan because proximity, like the home team.
No,
like how.
But a lot of us had to make a choice.
Yeah,
a lot of people have to make a choice. I don't think. Maybe someone grasped it on in those '90s teams, but I don't think there's a lot of Bills fans. Personally, me, I just don't think there's a lot of Bills fans.
I think the majority of this area is Bills fans.
Yeah, I agree too.
They played here. That's a team came here to play regular season games. It was the Buffalo Bills.
But we didn't go watch them. But the thing, we didn't. Well, Toronto didn't. Yeah, I went to one game. How many years were they here? 4 years.
4 years.
I went to go see one game, and I said never again. I said I would never go back.
Yeah,
again. It was horrible.
But like.
Yeah, and
forget
the
experience. That's the team that comes here to play.
No,
you're going to support.
Mike. They had to paper the stadium. They were giving away. The reason I went is because I got a free ticket.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they sold out here. What I'm saying
what's your
is
point?
People are attached because people don't go to the game doesn't mean they're not fans. There's a lot of Buffalo fans.
Hold on. If they're not going, and they have the only way you can get people into the stadium is to give them free tickets. That means people don't want to watch the Bills here.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're not fans.
Even if they're right there, they don't want to go watch it.
The experience is completely different, right? Yeah. I'd rather go to a game in Buffalo.
Oh, for sure.
In Buffalo,
than see Buffalo in Toronto.
Yeah. But are you going to watch an NFL game or are you going to watch because it's the Bills? NFL game.
Well,
it's an NFL game. That's why you want to go watch it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Bills at all.
Yeah, but you could.
If they put Jacksonville and Tennessee here, I'd still go see it.
I go
because it's an NFL game.
See that more.
Okay, then you guys are proving my point. No one's going to watch to see the Bills. But they're going to see an NFL game. It's not the Bills. It's an NFL game.
I think there are Bills fans here. And
I'm not saying there's. but I don't think it's a huge number.
I'll just ask Twitter.
That's fine. You put out a poll. How many Bills fans are in Toronto?
How did you become a Eagles fan?
Yes,
Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, see, we all have like...
there's reasons. There's reasons.
And
I
now
was,
do or die.
Cordell Stewart, for me, was like one of the most fun players to watch. So I was like, I'm going to watch this team.
Yeah, everyone had to make their choices, and that was it. So anyway, I didn't find the game too exciting. I'm not really want to talk about this. But anyway, and the last game was Falcons.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that game?
What? Oh, you want to talk about it? Go right ahead. Sorry, I thought
the Bills should have won that game.
So
I thought they had a healthy McCoy. They could have won that game.
Oh, if McCoy was there,
and
okay, that's different. Then.
They also screwed up one play call. They were on second and 1, and they went for a pass with McCoy right. Like I don't understand why they didn't just run. They could have put Mike Tolbert in and ran it. I don't know.
We said that, didn't we? Like when we were making our picks, we're saying if
Tolbert didn't do
if McCoy
Well,
was
what
healthy,
do you want him to do? It's Tolbert, man. He's he's a 1 yard vulture. That's all he does.
we always said if McCoy was healthy, then
I know,
they would have won.
I know.
They would have won.
They shut down Bortles. They shut down Fournette. They really did everything they should have done except for the offense.
Scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah, could have scored.
I think Tyrod Taylor's done.
Yeah, probably.
I think Alex Smith.
Somebody will pick him up though. I think somebody will take him.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
He'll
got
be
a
a
great
great
job
backup.
as a backup
Yeah,
he'll
quarterback.
be a great
Someone will
backup.
take him.
Yeah, I think.
But you know what the worst thing is? Say he plays that San Diego game and wins it. They got a different matchup in the first round. They got a chance to do more. Like, I don't know. I feel like McDermott made the
they
biggest
could have
mistake
played
of the
KC,
season.
right?
Yeah, maybe.
Also, it's pretty fitting that the season ended on a Peterman interception. Although there's a chance where I was like, when he
What if this
scrambled
guy-
for that first
Yes,
down,
I-
I was like, oh man, he might do this.
Maybe it's time.
He might go from GOAT to actual GOAT. Like he might go from throwing a 5-pick game to actually
Come
bringing
back and win.
Oh,
And that would've been
I was,
epic.
you know, what? I was hoping he was going to get a touchdown, and they were going to go for 2 and win it.
And then he snapped the ball, took 3 steps back, looked, and
then-
steered directly and
Yeah.
lobbed the ball as slow as can be out to the right. And I was
Because
like,
I
wow,
like
that's-
those kind of stories, right?
Yeah.
Like redemption stories, and again, it would be such a huge story if he had came back and marched down and tied the game. But
Is he in the league next year?
he's probably their backup quarterback next year.
Yeah. How about
100%.
How about Big Bortles?
I just drafted him.
Bortles?
Yeah.
Bortles
You think he's-
Well, I mean, like his success,
I don't think he's gonna start there.
he has led that team to the most success they've had.
Ever.
Yeah,
Is it them or the defense and the running game?
Well, it's definitely the defense.
and the
Defense
running.
and the running game.
Yo,
But
Trent-
he is
Trent
a
Dilfer has
game.
Super Bowl
He is a
ring.
game manager, which is half the battle nowadays
Yep.
in the NFL.
You gotta-
and you've run that system, and you have been doing it for 3 years. I
Well,
don't
let me
see
ask you something. If Kirk Cousins was on that team, would they do better?
probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not probably.
If Alex Smith was on that team, would they do better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
here's-
I don't think Bortles is going to be there.
But you have another year with this guy. He's
probably
still
have-
young. He's still 26, even though he looks like he's 42.
Yeah.
He's still young, and you have a young offense, and they're all coming up together. They know the system. It's going to be the same coaches. It's going to be a better team next year than it was this year because they have another year under their belt. And a lot of these things has to do with time, right? Like you give teams a chance.
Well, we're going to see next year because now they're going to get a winning schedule. Now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Now,
You're right.
And also,
And sorry, hang on, wait, sorry. For people who don't know this, in the NFL, if they try to balance it out year to year, so if you're a losing team, maybe like under 500, you'll face more teams under 500. But if you start winning and you get to the playoffs, then you start facing better teams.
This is why San Fran's going to be a playoff team next year.
Yeah.
ooh. Now,
Yes, because San Fran will deal with it anyway. Sorry,
let's
go on,
not
Samantha, cut
take
you off.
away from Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles
Scored 1 touchdown.
doesn't throw the ball away.
Scored the only touchdown.
He is surprisingly quick.
I am
Knows
taking
how
away,
to
I'm taking away
scramble.
from Brady.
Yo, he ran
makes
for
mistakes.
he ran for 90 yards.
He can
Blake
get
Bortles is not
first
good, man.
downs.
He's not good.
But
he's not good.
He doesn't lose the ball. He wins the field position battle week in, week out. And with the top defense in the league, that is more than half the battle.
Hold
I
on.
think no.
Hang on, wait. You just told me 2 quarterbacks who you think the Jaguars would do better,
yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
who are probably not going to be on their team anymore.
If you put in
Blake
Kirk,
Bortles is not good.
you put Kirk Cousins in there, Kirk Cousins is going to throw double the picks, okay? Can't scramble. You need...
Yeah, he was at the Leaf game last night.
Oh, okay. PK Subban's at the Raptors game. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I'm saying is
You
that...
have to
like,
stop. You could have kept on talking.
yeah, well, no, all I'm saying is like I don't think you have a problem at
Here's-
quarterback if you're Jackson.
Here's the
I think
thing.
you do. Anyway.
For what I already said before about knowing the system and going with the
One
same
touchdown
players.
tells you the same thing.
Yeah, but like that was all you needed, right?
Yes.
He's a game manager, so when you have such a good defense that can turn the ball over, that's all you need, right? Like positive, being in the black, being positive, right? Winning the turnover game, which is such a huge deal in the NFL.
Some people say, KC, that's all you need.
Now,
KC, man.
now, let's say you go and spend $20 million a year for Kirk Cousins, or do you keep Bortles around for $7 or $8 million a year? Why would you not allocate that money somewhere else when you know you
But
can
you'll
win?
still
When
have
you know
Blake
you can
Bortles.
win,
No,
when you can.
I don't know you can win. You beat the Buffalo Bills by scoring 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
but
if you
you
can
won
win.
your division.
If you're going to face a better team,
They face
but
a better
he's not
team
good.
this week.
I would
Yeah.
gladly go out and play.
Okay, here you go. What if, regardless of how Blake Bortles does, Jacksonville goes in and they beat Pittsburgh again, It's not gonna happen. But they're going to do it.
Whoa! Come on, you're ruining everything.
No, I'm just saying. Like, then are you like, okay, now Blake Bortles can stay? I just think, why not? Why wouldn't you allocate that money? Like, why would you spend $20 million a year for Alex Smith, who hasn't won a playoff game?
Yeah, true.
Why would you spend $20 million a year for Kirk Cousins, who hasn't won a playoff game?
That's.
You know what I mean?
I don't think that's his fault. But yeah, okay. I know what you're saying.
Blake Bortles undefeated in the playoffs. So
just throwing out numbers at you.
hey, man,
Throw
women
that,
lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie.
Smythe, can you do that? Throw up that poll on Twitter.
Yeah, we need you guys to come through this week.
Throw up that poll on Twitter. Would you keep Blake Bortles? Or worded better? I don't know.
Or worded better?
I don't know. I don't know if that was a good question. Smythe, you do it. I don't know if that was a good question. I gotta think about it. Anyway, in the last game, Falcons 26, Rams 13.
Easy money, guys.
I was cheering for them. I was cheering for the Rams. I did want them to win, but I was also cheering for my pick, the Falcons. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they did what I thought they would do. Pretty much was. I don't know.
Ride the Falcons, baby. Ride the Falcons.
Do you have anything?
I didn't see the game, so.
Okay, sorry, apologies. Oh yes, you did say that. Sorry.
I didn't see the game, but from what I heard, is exactly how we thought it was gonna pan out. Rookie quarterback, in the playoffs first game, doesn't shine. Again, I didn't see, so I can't tell. But like, you have such a team that went to the Super Bowl last year with a chip on their shoulder, playing against the rookie quarterback in the Rams. I don't know.
It seems, but it seems like now.
Sorry, he's not a rookie quarterback. He's a sophomore quarterback, but first time in the.
But it seems like Sorry, hang on. I'm going to pause again. So again, we're watching the Raptors game. Raptors against Cleveland.
Raptors are smoking.
So right now, Powell's playing well. So right now, Drake is in the building. Bets you see on Instagram a picture of Drake and PK Subban. How much on Instagram tomorrow?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you?
I will put money on that. That's gonna happen. Anyway, that's a nice vest. Anything you want to talk about this game?
That's a nice vest.
Anything you want to say about this game? Falcons Rams. Smythe.
Damn shame.
Because you picked them.
Well, A, I picked them, but B, like,
There's a lot of damn shames going on.
And you were the only one to pick them.
I know, but the Rams, I felt like were primed to make a decent run this year. They had a good season. Defenses couldn't figure them out, and they choked, I think. Because Atlanta, did they play that well? Nah, not really.
I think they did. I think they played like Atlanta.
Again, I didn't see the game, but
Yeah,
if you
they
go
like
into someone's house and score 26 points on them and hold them to 13, you must play well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't see a gargantuan effort that the Rams couldn't overcome. I just saw the Rams not play up to their potential, which was unfortunate. And I mean,
or maybe they peaked.
Maybe. But they had a great season. But again, I said earlier on in this podcast, it's a tough time, man. Atlanta's coming, Carolina's coming. Like, there's tough games if you are top seed and you're not used to being a top seed. Like Minnesota, I think they're going to get shocked this week as well. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Because it's ruining the next segment.
It's not ruining it. We're just
it's coming up.
It's
coming up.
We know it's coming.
Yeah,
you know it's coming.
Some tough games, man.
Start it off. Let's go.
All right, let's get to the next segment. So we're gonna go into the divisional rounds and make some picks. So we got Titans at Patriots. Patriots are favored.
My
2
touchdowns.
and a half.
Yeah. Well,
do I have to ask everybody who they're taking?
Well, no. Hold on. Do they cover the spread? We know we're taking, but do they cover?
So why don't we do that instead this week instead of picking a right winner just for the game? Nah.
There's a reason. Okay. Just for this game.
Just to make it interesting.
Okay, just for this game.
Well, we all take the Patriots to win. But
yeah. That's
do
why
they
we
think
make it
they cover
interesting.
2 touchdowns?
So just for this game, we'll do 13 and a half.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they cover.
No, I don't think they cover.
No, they don't cover.
Okay, so there you go.
No.
It's too many.
So that's just for that game. We'll record it this way because we know we're all going to take the Patriots,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
All right. Do we have to go into the reasons why we're going to take the Patriots, or just?
No.
Okay, look now to play devil's advocate here.
Shoot.
You could say with all this bullcrap turmoil that's going on in the media.
Oh, if they lose,
That's the only way I could see
It being less than 2 touchdowns?
Yes. No, that
Tennessee
maybe
can
Tennessee could win outright.
I don't think Tennessee can go to New England and win a football game.
Did we all think they could go into KC and win?
Yes.
No, because you didn't pick Tennessee.
I didn't pick them, but when it happened, I wasn't like, "Oh my god, how surprising!" If they go to
Really?
New
In that
England,
fashion?
if they go and they beat the Patriots, well, here's the thing. First of all, if you saw the game, it was one play away from them not winning the game.
I didn't see
So,
the game.
and I mean,
Hold on a second. So, when the Titans beat Kansas City, you were not surprised.
no.
You're lying to yourself.
Even though they were up 21-3.
You're lying.
No, it's Kansas City in the playoffs at home. They don't win those games. So,
Then why didn't you take Tennessee?
because I'm not.
You could have been 2
I
for 4,
thought
2 or 4.
KC would win, but the fact that KC lost, well, I wasn't surprised. And it's
Everyone-
there's
everyone-
2-point convert away from it being the other way.
Everyone go to the last podcast and just tweet at Smythe and how much full of it he is right now.
I'm just.
Come on.
I wasn't surprised. You guys are saying it like it was a miracle. It wasn't a miracle game. Like Tennessee won, man.
Okay,
Now,
so
if they go to Foxborough,
here's my. These are the reasons why I think Tennessee could win this game because it's an NFL game.
And you're only playing devil's advocate here.
I'm only playing devil's. I don't think they're gonna win, and I don't think they'll cover the spread. But reasons why they could go in and win. There's this bullcrap turmoil that's going on with New England or whatever, right? I'm telling you, Derrick Henry is a better running back than DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
And given the chance, he could steal that game. Also, Tennessee, what do they have to play for? Like, this is like everyone's against us. No one thinks we can win. They could, like, they're an NFL team. Anything can happen.
so are the Cleveland Browns, man. So
Anything can happen.
They're not an NFL team. Cleveland Brown. Don't say it again.
So are the Browns.
Anything can happen.
But I'm still taking the Patriots to cover,
Everyone's gonna
and
take
I'm still taking the Patriots to win.
All right. Next game. Now we're getting some exciting games. Saints and Vikings.
Wait. Like, you guys don't think there's any chance Tennessee wins?
No, like,
No.
come on. Here's what makes it interesting. The Patriots, as great as a team they are, they don't stop the run that well.
Their defense isn't that great. Yeah, their defense isn't that great.
So, I mean, there's something to be said about ball control. But the only other aspect, like, how do you fluster Tom Brady? How do you get in your face with Tennessee's defense? Can they rush a quarterback? Meh, not really. Are they good at defending the pass? Meh, again, not really. And is Tom Brady Tom Brady? Yes, he is. So, I mean, Tom Brady's been switched a million times before. This is Mariota's second playoff game.
Yes.
Henry's first. They're on the road. Insurmountable odds. They just do what they're supposed to do and lose.
Tom Brady has been average over the last 5 games, I think. He's been an average quarterback. He hasn't done anything.
He's played horrible.
Yeah, he isn't. Well, he's been an average quarterback.
Well,
like,
horrible's top
horrible for him is
10
yeah,
right. He's number 9 instead of number 2.
Yeah.
Right. So, but like, I don't think he can play bad enough to not win this game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
And the championship pedigree, I think, still means something.
Yeah.
So there's also that.
All right, so you got Saints and Vikings. Who do you got? Smythe.
Saints, man.
Saints, eh?
Pressure is a big thing, man. It's hard. And arguably one of the most well-rounded teams in the league are coming to see you. They played a game last week. I think bye weeks are tough unless you have an easy win after that. A lot of teams lose after their bye weeks just because the team that comes in is battle-tested already. New Orleans played a heck of a game last week. Minnesota's defense is something to behold, but Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. I feel he's just gonna ride that. I think he's just gonna ride that Drew Brees train.
Yeah. Wait till the Super Bowl. Yeah, with Drew Brees.
Who do you got, Wells?
It's the toughest game of the week, I think, here to gauge.
Maybe.
Yeah, like anywhere else, I think Drew Brees would have a rough time. But you got to go Drew Brees in a dome. It's a tough game, man. I really want to win this playoff bet. And I don't want to make the wrong pick here. You know what? I'm going with Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Good job. Good pick.
I just think their D is too good. But Case Keenum, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You can't. You know what? I hate when people say that. He hasn't let you down once the whole year.
You know what? They have their third string quarterback in as okay. He's going to be taking you with a win. He would take you to the NFC conference. You lost your running back to start the season, Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
And they're doing this running back by committee that's working really good. We got the wideouts. They got Kyle Rudolph. Their defense is insane. Yeah, okay, give me the Vikings. Yeah.
Taking the Vikings. I just think I think personally they're the best team in the whole in the playoffs right now.
Who?
All around.
Vikings?
Vikings.
They're playing my second best bet. And if the Eagles had Carson Wentz, I'd take the Eagles. But since they don't, I think the two most well-rounded complete teams are playing each other this week. And then you have AFC, you have obviously your Steelers and Patriots. But like this game here, I think, is going to be the Super Bowl contender from the NFC. As much as I love my Eagles. And as much as I like Nick Foles.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. So we got Jaguars at Steelers. Do I have to ask you who you got, Wells?
Yeah.
Why can the Jags win this game, Wells?
Why can they?
Yeah.
How can they win?
No,
defense.
Why can they win?
Because they've done it already this year.
That's
It does
right.
already. Remember, the week that they beat them, that was the same week that Roethlisberger said he might not have it anymore.
Yeah. Well, he was joking, but whatever. He did say it.
Who do you got? Who do you got, Wells?
I got the Steelers.
Steelers, obviously.
I think Buffalo's D is better than Pittsburgh's, but I still think Pittsburgh can shut down Bortles. I think they can shut down Fournette. And if they just don't turn the ball over, because, I think Ben threw 4 or 5 picks in that game against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's obviously not going to happen again.
No
way that's going to happen again. You got Brown back healthy. Bell's back there. You got Juju. You got Bryant. You got all your arsenal. I
think they have the most options or
Sure.
whatever weapons you want to
I
call
agree.
on offense in the playoffs right
They
now.
might be the most talented team we've seen in a long
On the
time.
offense.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
Absolutely.
I just think I think there's too many options. I think they want revenge for when they lost. And I think that's what this playoff is going to be for the Steelers. They lost to Jacksonville. They're going to come back, beat them. They're going to face New England. Got,
Now,
lowball by the rest in that game. They're going to come back and beat them. They're going to go to the playoffs.
They got lowball by the rest.
They're going to go to the
Super Bowl,
and they're going to win that in Minnesota against Minnesota.
So I want to run something
that's
by
Wells'
you.
new. That's
Nah,
that's
Prediction. I'm going to run something by you now. Okay, likeliness to implode with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first half doesn't go as planned. You have a very volatile personality.
Wait. How do you think? And again, I know you're playing devil's advocate right now. I'm guessing, assuming. But how would you think they would implode in the first half? The Steelers.
Bend those 2 picks in the first half. They lose it.
All right.
They lose it. Bryant can lose it. Brown can lose it. Bell can lose it. Roethlisberger gives up. It's happened before. It can happen again. We've seen public displays of affection or whatever from each and every one of those players during the season this year, all in losses when things weren't going well. And they imploded on the field while things weren't going well. Mm-hmm. Is it possible to happen in the playoffs, Wells? Is it possible to happen facing the best defense in the league that's already flustered Roethlisberger into 5 picks?
Because, man, defense wins championships, as corny as it is, and has...
Yeah,
well, it's
true.
People say
it's
it.
not true. But
It's very true.
It's not true. But anyway, go on.
How did Denver win their Super Bowl with Peyton Manning?
Yeah, you're gonna point
defense.
To
How did Seattle win their Super Bowl?
You're going to point to a few teams that are known for defense.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but
I would
these
almost
teams
say
won.
half the Super Bowls.
No, but the rest of the Super Bowls are
the other half are won by offense.
Arguably, the most balanced teams win Super Bowls.
How did Atlanta win the Super Bowl? Oh, they didn't lose the Super Bowl. They didn't win the Super Bowl last year because why? Their defense sucked and they buckled. Defense wins you championships. They get you far.
And the Patriots had that killer defense that year? No, they didn't. It was their offense that won that year.
I know, but it's someone's defense.
But that year before.
Yeah, the Falcons' defense let them down, but the Patriots won because their offense is better. Anyway.
Yeah, well,
sorry, you were saying a point. You were saying a point.
But when you have 2 crappy defenses, offense is always going to come through.
I guess.
But hey man, it's going to be a tough game, no doubt.
Yes.
But I just feel like that win by Jacksonville was all based on turnovers, and if you limit that, you'll win.
Yes.
So Smythe, I'm assuming you're going to take Jaguars.
No. Here's why. The only reason why is I do think that Pittsburgh has a redemption story in New England to go and right, and I think it doesn't end here. NFL is about stories, and the story is going to be Pittsburgh riding the ship against Jacksonville and then going to New England and beating the Patriots. And then losing in the Super Bowl.
All right. So you got the Steelers. So you got the Steelers. Smythe got the Steelers. All right. So,
Who do you got?
Who do you got?
oh, sorry, apologies. Steelers.
Just riding that chalk, eh?
And our last game, we got Falcons at Eagles. And the Falcons are favored. Our favorite.
The 6 seed is going into the 1 seed.
Now, I'm gonna try and make this interesting. I'm gonna try and make this very interesting. So I'm gonna take the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons. Wells, who do you got?
Falcons.
Now, this is why it's gonna be interesting. Smythe, the only way you can win this week is if you pick the Eagles.
Of course I'm taking the Eagles. Why would I not
You're
take them?
taking the Eagles.
Now, here's the thing. Nick Foles is a very capable quarterback. I understand that he's the backup.
I believe you called him the second best quarterback in Eagles history. I believe you said
What?
that last week. He said that last week. You didn't even catch that when he said that.
Who's first?
He had the second best season, I think.
Okay,
I think he had the second best season in Eagles history. Now, he's a
That's not what you said. You called him.
I know,
the second
but
best
I called him
quarterback.
based on the season he had. He had a season where he was a great quarterback. The fact that he left Philly, I said this last week. Him leaving Philly was a mistake. Okay,
I know.
this
You
week,
said it last week. Yeah.
you're going in. You don't have Carson Wentz, who was great, also young, also his first playoff game. Instead, you have Nick Foles. Okay, Nick Foles had a great season in Philly, has played great the whole time. We cannot count Week 17, obviously, because they already knew they had the bye in the number 1 seed. Okay,
I was gonna say, did you watch games in Week 17?
right. So I don't think they're falling off a lot with them. They're still the best team in the NFC record wise.
there's a huge drop-off.
I think they do win this game, and it could be ugly.
Wells.
I've never seen Wells watch basketball so intently in my life.
This is a beatdown.
I know. I think Falcons are going to Falcon, and that's just
Look,
it.
man, like
If it was Carson Wentz, I definitely would. They would have been favored for one, and I definitely would have picked them. But it's not. It's Foles. And
if the Eagles had Wentz, I would still take the Falcons. And that's
Really?
Yes. And this is the same reasoning why I said this a few weeks ago when we had that debate and we're talking about we like almost crystal balled this when we said that the Eagles would get a first round bye and they'd lose in whoever they
game.
faced, right?
Yeah.
Whether it was going to be Atlanta, Carolina, or New Orleans. We said it was going to come from one of those guys.
Yeah.
And we called it. We got it. And I'm sticking by that. Like, I know it's Foles in there, but, like, Foles is not the same guy he was 4 years ago when he had his dream year or whatever, right? Foles was a backup for, the Rams? And he was a backup all this year. He looked good for 1 week. And I don't care if they weren't trying hard for that last game of the year. He looked terrible.
Yep.
He looked awful. And I think they're going to be rattled, man. They don't have their MVP. And when you take the MVP out of the equation,
It's a problem.
it's a very big problem.
But the game that Foles won before that was arguably the most important game of the year.
No, this is the most important game of
first
the
round
year.
memory, please. Who was that?
Rams.
Rams. Okay.
This is the most important. Yeah, well, that was a revenge game for him.
But arguably that was the game that secured them the top seed. That game was important. Both teams had to win.
Yeah.
And two great teams played a football game. Nick Foles won that football game.
Hey, man,
Okay.
This is a very good point.
So with that,
But it's Nick Foles.
Pardon?
But it's Nick Foles.
It is Nick Foles. But you have a good defense.
Yes.
You have strong talent surrounding a quarterback that can make throws.
They
He's
run by
just not
they run by
mobile.
community.
Nick
They run by
Foles
committee.
is not mobile. That's the one
He's not a good
knock you
thrower.
have on him.
He's not a good thrower of the ball.
He's a
either.
great thrower.
No,
of the football.
that's if anything, that's his
That's
attribute.
the only thing he's good at is throwing the football.
He has a cannon. He can throw the ball. If he gets protection, he can do damage. But, he can do damage against the Falcons. They don't have the best D. They have a better D than they've had the last couple of years. But I just don't think they can. If it's going to be a shootout, I don't think they can run and gun with the Falcons, with the likes of Julio Jones, Devonta Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Mohamed Sanu, and Matty Ice. Matty Ice, they have the chip on their shoulder, man. They're going all the way.
All right, so just to recap, we all got the Patriots and Steelers. Smythe has the Saints. Me and Wells have the Vikings. Me and Wells also have the Falcons. And Smythe has the Eagles.
This Falcons team reminds me of the Green Bay Packers, who were the 6th seed a few years ago when they won the Super Bowl. Is that they were the 6th seed, but
They're not really an underdog.
they're not really a 6th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I said
They had a bad start to the year, and they've been rolling the second half ever since.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to be the hard. I think they're the best team in the NFC right now
best team left.
of the 4 teams left.
Well, I said before, like you have Atlanta, you have New Orleans, and whoever got to play these guys in for a tough ride.
Sorry, you said the Falcons, right? Is that what you said? The Falcons are the best team in the NFC yet?
Right now,
Yeah,
that's left. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's the Vikings.
Huh?
I think it's the Vikings.
it's a toss up, but I still think
I think the Vikings are the
these
best
guys they have all the momentum going their way. 6th seed, chip on their shoulder, offense is clicking. They're clicking at the right time this
I'm
year.
kind of scared they got to buy though.
Who?
Vikings.
That's another thing. It's a problem. And then
I'm kind of scared they got to
then you
buy.
have the Saints coming in, and the Saints, A, they're no slouch. B, they're battle tested. C, they're arguably both ends the most talented team in the league.
Hey man, these are all we can ask for are good games, and we're going to get some.
And
this
we're going to
weekend.
get some this week. You're
These
right.
are all very good. Well, Patriots Titans game, but hey, man,
What if it's
never know.
surprisingly close? You never know.
never know, guys.
never
You
know.
guys are saying it's going to be under 2 touchdowns.
To your point, which is pretty crazy, like you have Atlanta the best team left. I think the Saints are the best team left.
Hey man,
And
like,
Nash has the Vikings.
and all
The
these
NFC's
teams,
in the air.
Yeah, it
all
might be,
these
it might
teams,
be, it might
except
be,
for
yeah.
the Eagles, I think have a reason to be the best team.
You know
in
what's
the
funny?
NFC.
No one said the Eagles. And you were just like,
And they're the 1 seed.
No one
But
said
the only problem with the Eagles is they don't have their quarterback.
Exactly.
If they had Carson Wentz, then I would take the Eagles. But they don't. Do I think they're still better
You're
than
still
Atlanta?
taking the Eagles.
Yes.
You're
Do I
still
think
taking the Eagles.
the next game, I think they'll have a problem, though. Whether it's the Saints or Minnesota. I just think the Eagles, I won't say luck has run out, but I just think those teams are more complete than the Falcons are. I think the Falcons are an offense.
I just think this line is -3, which is saying if it was in Atlanta, it'd be -9, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks for the line.
I'm just saying that's how Vegas works, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Sorry, it'd be -6.
let's move on to our next topic. Wells woke.
Oh yeah, man, this is me this week, guys.
Yep. Wells woke.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I got something.
Good.
Something I've been thinking about for a while. I gotta ask you guys a question.
Shoot.
If you go to a sports bar to watch something, what are the things that you look for in a sports bar?
If I can see the TVs.
Yeah?
Number one, especially if I'm going to a game. Number one, if I can see the TVs.
Like if you're making a night of it, you getting your buddies together to go watch a certain game, maybe UFC, whatever. What is like the reason why you're going, and what do you want?
2 is food. Most of the time when I go to a sports bar, I already know what I want. I'm pretty much going to get it.
So you're saying sightline, food,
Sideline and food. Pretty much.
smart.
Sideline, food, waitress.
Okay. So you guys haven't mentioned the biggest
Hold on, wait.
waitress.
What about the waitress?
Yeah, what about her?
Gotta be
Or
like,
it's got to be
or-
her, apparently.
No, he didn't say her. He didn't say her.
He said waitress.
He said.
I didn't say
Oh, okay,
waitress.
waitress. Okay. What about the waiter?
No, it's gotta be like a cute girl. It's part of the experience. You go to a bar, the cute girl serves you beer, and whatever, and you talk, and she entertains you while playing a game.
I'm just
All right, Don
That's
Draper.
why Hooters is open still. This is why there's still a Hooters.
I'm-
There's still a part of a market for
I don't go to Hooters.
pretty girls that serve drinks. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if I said we
I-
were going to watch a game with Hooters, you wouldn't come?
Oh, we're all going. Yeah, I'm going. Right.
Okay, so you guys left something off the list I think is a big deal.
Shoot.
And this is my Wells is woke this week, is going to a venue like a sports bar and not getting the audio or the game right, like with the sound.
Did this happen to you?
It's happened to me many times.
Oh, okay. I thought
Wait.
I thought it was happened to you
mean-
at your establishment that you went to.
Before you
This Monday.
continue, this is petty. But
it's
keep
not.
going.
No,
It's not petty,
No, it's
man.
not.
I'm
it's not.
taking my night out. I could watch any game at home, right? I could just sit there at home like a sloth, eat my pretzels or whatever in the comfort of my house in track pants. But I'm choosing to get dressed, invite many people, put money into this owner's lap,
Yeah.
and I want the best experience. So when you promote yourself as a sports bar, as one of the best sports bars in whatever city you're in,
Yeah. And this is how I know it's not petty, Smythe. We have left bars that didn't put up the audio of the game we wanted to.
He said it's syncing, not no audio at all.
well, just
Are
like
you talking
having,
about audio period or
having
audio
the right
singing?
audio on the right game, gauging the crowd, getting
Okay. Just audio basically of the game.
But that's just the game you want to watch.
yeah, the game that everyone's there for.
Yeah, and we have left bars, Smythe.
Well-
because the audio wasn't, and they told us, yeah, we're not going to put the audio up, and we left.
That's by choice.
So I went to a bar a couple weeks ago to watch a UFC.
You want to put them out there?
No, I'm not going to
Okay.
You know what?
slander anyone.
I feel like you should.
No, I'm not going to slander anyone. So I made a call to
I
see
love
if
slandering people.
I made a call to see if they were playing.
Stephen A. Smith, you said.
I'm gonna tweet the bar that's in mention.
I'm not gonna say it.
Really?
No, because
Anyway, go
who
on,
knows?
go on.
I work in the industry, so I don't want to.
Oh.
But okay, so I went to a bar to watch UFC. I called in advance to see if they were showing it. Yes, we're showing it. Is there cover? No, there's no cover. Come in and watch it. Sure, okay. So I get my crowd to go watch the UFC. We go early to secure ourselves seats because they tell us come early.
Yep.
So we show up 2 hours before the event, spend more money in their restaurant to give them more money, and then the event comes on. They put it on. This is also one of my biggest pet peeves about sports bars is when they don't get the sizing right of the TV. So, do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
First of all, whoever's doing it, they put it in standard definition.
That's just.
We're in 2018 now.
That is ridiculous.
Now, this was in 2017.
Some people don't know it. So just let you know, some people just don't know.
So, they did not have it on HD. They had it on one TV in HD, which was not in my view. And I'm in a place that has TVs everywhere. So, I go to the bartender. I'm like, hey, man, you see this TV right here? With this right here? I want to get that on these TVs to watch this because there's other people there too watching this event.
Yes.
And like I could be the king, the savior of everyone if I go and make this comment. So he's like, okay, let me look into it for you. Thanks, no problem. I appreciate that. So he goes. 5 minutes later, he comes back to my table. He's like, I don't know. How, we were trying to figure it out. We don't know how to do it. And you can see them like screwing around with the TV trying to figure it out. They can't do it. I'm like, really? Okay, well, this makes no sense. Like, I was watching the Leaf game before this in stunning HD, and you guys can't figure out how to get this. So after, 25, 30 minutes, first fight's going on, still not working. They don't even have the audio on for this either. This establishment is paying for UFC. It costs a lot of money to show UFC in a bar, right?
They probably didn't pay for it. That's probably part of the problem.
It might be. Maybe that was.
Of course it was.
So
Just trying a TV channel. They probably streamed it somehow or did some bootleg.
So I'm like, I called to see if this was playing. You told me it was playing, but I'm not getting... Like, I brought people here. There's other people here, too, who have come. I'm sure called earlier in the day. Was like, hey, you guys showing UFC? And they don't charge cover, so that's a bonus, too, right? But, I was there for 2 hours before buying food, buying drinks, giving this place more money. And they can't even sync up the right resolution, the right sound.
Did you leave?
I left and I went across the street to another bar, which was showing it in HD with sound.
Just saying.
So this place will now lose my business
Forever.
Not forever, but like if I want to watch UFC, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
Because I know they don't have people who are competent enough to get it right, even though they said this is what they're doing, right?
You're a
it's
nice
like
guy.
false advertising.
I never go back. I don't know.
No, it only takes one mistake, and I know me and Mark went to a restaurant, and one mistake, that was it. Never going back there again because they didn't, especially if they don't own up to it.
This is a newish place. It opened up last year, and you're in Toronto. You want to make sure that you can get people into your place over all the other options we have because there are other options. I decided to give this place a chance, and they failed at doing this, right? Like,
If only we knew where this place was.
hey man, again, I'm not going to slander.
you might be.
Main Streets, nothing.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well spoken.
That was good. That was good.
Well, do you guys agree with me? Like,
No, 100%. 100%. Of course we agree.
Okay, good.
No, it's the slightest mistake,
on.
especially in a restaurant. Restaurants have to understand. You have to be almost 100 on everything. And if you're not, you got to own up to it quick. And go, I'm sorry. Here's some free wings. Here's this. Here's that. Here's this. That's the way the restaurant business is
efficiency is
cutthroat.
important. Yeah, 100%.
and I don't blame the bartenders or the servers for this because every time I asked them to fix the issue, they tried, and I could see them trying to do it. It's the management, it's the ownership that don't provide the tools for these people to know how to do it properly.
So a bootleg UFC. That's what you're like. If it was an instance of changing the channel, it would have been fine. Clearly,
Yeah.
I just don't think they legally paid to show it, and that's why they had problems
No,
getting
you're-
on the screen properly.
Jumping conclusions there.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't
I don't know the
look,
venue, so I
it
can say
didn't
what
look
I
like
want
a
at this point.
stream. They had like the whole pay-per-view FBI warning at the beginning, so I think they actually got it. I just think they got the wrong feed, and
That's
they
even
and they
worse.
the rest like the TV. How do you have it all zoomed in? Like you couldn't see the time clock, you couldn't see half the fighters. Like, get it together.
So maybe it was the fault of the people that are working there. They just have horrible control over the
But
TVs.
it's not their fault because they should be told, okay, UFC's on tonight. This is how you put it on. This is the resolution. This is how you're going to set it. Got it. This place also, just to chime in on it a bit more, had certain sections closed off because they said they had private functions going on the night. I mean, I was there till 11 o'clock. Those sections were empty when I left. So I know some restaurants close down certain sections when it's not busy enough. I get that, but don't lie to me. Don't lie to me and say that you have it. Don't that you have it closed off because there's private
I
parties.
feel I should call this place out because I'm curious now.
Maybe I'll tell you guys off air.
Okay.
Hey, we're off air right now. You can say it.
It's just us. It's just us three. All right, that's good. Will. Moving on.
You still got my theme song for that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to come up with this theme song.
No, you had it last time.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I made a theme song last time. But
okay.
you made me put my drum machine away, so I can't do it.
Oh, boo.
But you saved it, didn't you?
I didn't know you had a theme song. I'm sorry. No, he needs.
Oh, yeah, you don't listen to the podcast.
Oh wait, do you want to hear the results of the poll?
No.
Oh, really?
At the end. I always get the poll and the results at the end. Anyway, so let's move on to some NBA. What sparked some conversation between us three, at least, and basically all of the talking heads in the sports world. LeVar Ball. So LeVar Ball's in where's his Suns playing? Lithuania,
man.
So his Suns were in Lithuania. They obviously have an ESPN person following him around. And basically the quote was that Luke Walton has basically lost the team and the players don't want to play for him anymore. Certain coaches fired back, Rick Carlisle, Steve Kerr, basically saying, why are we covering this guy? This guy's not news. I don't understand it. You got other talking heads all over the place, including Stephen A. Smith, my favorite. He's saying, no, we need to cover this guy because he's news. He's newsworthy. What do you think, Wells?
No comment.
Wow.
I'm not spending 1 second talking about this guy anymore.
Wow.
That's a strong statement in itself. You didn't even realize, Mike.
Yes.
That itself was a strong statement in itself.
That was taking a knee in the national anthem.
Well, what do you think, Will Smith, though? What do you think?
Here's the thing, okay? When you talk about news, it's just something that people want to hear you talk about. Reporting is when someone goes out and does the weather, okay? These people want... So, like, say, for instance, Rick Carlisle, head of the coaches union, right?
Yes.
So, and he has a very good point. When he bashes an NBA coach, he has every right to say, hey, don't cover that guy. Don't leave these guys in the locker room if they're going to bash our coaches. That is correct. But news is meant... It's things that you want to hear about, okay? This guy is doing a lot of things. Good for himself. I want to see him win. But listen, if he's making noise, people cover it. That's how celebrity works. That's how it works in every industry in the world.
I think you're confusing TMZ and actual news outlets. Like,
here's the thing. It's what they're saying is
TMZ is very good. By the way.
They want you to look at what they're covering. Okay,
Yes.
They want viewership. That's what it's about. This guy brings viewership. People want to see what this guy's doing. They're going to report on it. It's not about reporting about the truest form of the sport. No one cares. They care about what is newsworthy.
Look, I'll make one comment on that.
I was hoping you weren't going to say anything.
And it's like I disagree with all that because I don't know who
100%
who in their right mind cares what this man does. The only reason why he made this comment about Walton is because he was streaming some sort of game in Lithuania.
Yes.
So he just basically
on Facebook, which got 1,000 viewers.
He said something which probably he doesn't believe in. Just said it so he could get more attention towards what he's trying to promote. Actually,
Or he said it because they asked him.
No, they asked him. They did ask him.
Well,
They
that's
asked him
right.
specifically.
That's why he said it. They asked what he thought. That's what he thinks.
But he's saying that because he wants to get clickbait and he wants people to pay attention to
LeVar Ball is
his
clickbait.
name,
Yeah.
so he can get more attention to his streaming of his games in Lithuania,
I don't
which
think
no
it's
one
that
cares
deep.
about.
I think it just came down to they were like, "What do you think of the losing streak?"
You know what's hilarious? So I saw it on YouTube as I was scrolling through. First take. They did a poll. They did a poll asking, should we cover LeVar Ball? And it was overwhelming. 80% said no. We should not cover LeVar Ball because he's not news. But what was interesting out of that poll was that was the biggest return they've ever had in a poll. the biggest numbers they ever had in a poll.
Right?
Because people don't want to hear about this guy.
I think what I think LeVar Ball is clickbait. I disagree with you, Smythe. I don't think he is news. He's clickbait.
All right.
But here we are talking about him.
He's not. If he tells. Well, this is one thing I will say. If he says, yeah, the players don't want to play for him, and he's lost the coaches. Speaking of Luke Walton, what people are gonna go to is, who told you that? Did Ball tell you that? Did Ball tell you that in the locker room? That's where some people might go. But at the same time, LeVar Ball himself, he's nobody. Really, he's nobody. Who is he to be talking about coaches in the NBA and what people should do? He really is nobody.
Who's that rapper that puts curses on players?
Lil B.
Little B.
Thank you. Same concept.
Oh, it is. But he's nobody, though.
But when Little B says something, do we say he's the worst? We hate him, like he shouldn't be talking? No. We let him be the based god.
But
and
Lil
put
B
a curse
doesn't have
on
people
players.
follow him around in Lithuania asking his opinion on
That's not
things.
his fault. He's popular. It's not his fault. He wants to do something. He made a big baller brand game in Lithuania, took his team and put them against high school kids, and put big baller brand on everybody from the referees to people in the stands. It's not his fault. He's trying to win. And the news wants to cover that.
Wait, who's trying to win? Oh, you mean LeVar Ball?
He's trying to win. The news is covering that. It's not his fault they ask his opinion. Right? Let him do his thing.
No, it is his fault. It is his fault. I'm blaming ESPN. Really and truly, I'm blaming ESPN. They want clickbait.
That's all they got.
ESPN basically now they're in competition with TMZ, and they want to be sensationalized, especially if you watch shows like First Take and all those kind of things. Like, it's not news. It's sensationalism. It's not news.
They call him the Kardashian of the NBA.
It's not news.
But when Kim Kardashian posed naked last year for Forever Magazine, did we say no? That shouldn't happen. We shouldn't cover it. No, man. Like,
but CNN isn't covering it. That's the thing. That's what we're talking about.
This is CNN's ratings. This is how they get their ratings, right? This is how ESPN gets their ratings.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say ESPN shouldn't get ratings? Let's interview Rick Carlisle for what he's doing in Dallas. Who cares? Right? There's something people care about. You got to put that in the news. That's what news is for.
They should put up a poll. Put up a poll. Is LeVar Ball news? Should we be covering?
No, don't put up the poll. Don't do it.
You know why?
Hold on. You don't want the clicks?
The answer is resoundingly yes. That's why.
Whoa, it's resoundingly no.
Don't put it on.
No.
Can I be like, should Wells be upset that LeVar Ball's trying to win out here?
Wells, I commend you for putting up your stance. I commend you to putting up your stance. Other news in the NBA: Draymond Green wants all NBA refs replaced. Is he crazy, boss?
What?
Is he crazy?
Thanks, Draymond.
So basically, what he's saying is, the animosity between players and refs has gotten so high that we just need a new crop of refs. So what happened is, a couple years ago, the NBA basically replaced half the referees. I can't remember what year it was. They basically replaced half the referees, but only because they're getting older and stuff like that, and they wanted to bring in new blood. It seems like, and I think we've seen evidence of it, it seems like these newer guys, they don't have the relationships and they don't have the temperament to deal with these NBA players. Like, how many times have you watched and a player would just, like, talking to a ref and like, get out of here. They kicked them out right away. I don't think these new refs... And it'll probably come with time. These new refs don't seem to have the temperament. But this Draymond Green crazy Smith.
So my logic here is that players are getting more technicals than ever before.
Seems like it, yeah.
Who led the league in technicals the last couple of years? DeMarcus Cousins was pretty bad. It's got players that are bad, but like,
who else is up there?
Huh?
Draymond Green.
Draymond, right? So
Draymond Green.
It's not like they're getting them at more alarming rates. It's just star players can't disrespect the rest like they used to. So we've seen LeBron James get thrown out. Kevin Durant got thrown out. Someone headbutted a ref the other day. In the past, if you ever butt heads with a referee, you're getting ejected.
That same ref pushed a player. Remember that? Was it Livingston?
Yeah,
it was Livingston. Yeah, remember that same ref pushed the referee.
All I'm saying is that if you do this, and if any player does this at any point, ejection is going to happen.
It's like them replacing refs. That's not going to happen. Like,
forget that. But I'm saying it's just the players think that if you're at a star status, you should be able to talk to us a certain way, and it's never been that way. Right? Like
no, it has. You could yell. You can yell at ref. Remember, all these new rules are just relatively new. That you can't talk about refs and all that kind of stuff.
About refs, the fines are new. But you being on the court, the things that you're doing, getting technicals for, it's the same as before. Right? There's never been a time where you can, shout at a ref for making a call and not get a technical, or you slam the ball on the ground. Those are technicals. Like the one time when LeBron got tossed from the game, He should have got tossed from the
No,
game.
those kind of rules are relatively new.
He
Before
is-
you were able to yell at refs and stuff like that.
No.
Those rules are relatively new.
What, didn't Kobe get a $125,000 fine? Actually, no.
Yeah,
I forget what he said. No.
No, that was for language.
I remember that. But like, it's always been happening. It's just now that star players aren't exempt anymore, and they're upset about it. That's how I feel.
Well,
These millennial babies, entitled babies.
I saw him just seething over there.
You know what? Let's replace the players with people who care about the game. That's what we should do.
Carmelo Anthony broke it down really well. He said there isn't an understanding. Before you got to say your piece, and the ref would say, "Hey, it's time for you to calm down," or whatever. The ref, cut it out. That's enough, and the players would stop.
Yeah.
And I think now you're at a point where the players, if they're told to tone it down, they don't, or the ref's too quick to blow the whistle.
When has a ref ever changed their mind on a foul call?
They're not supposed to.
Then what are they arguing?
Well, except that one time, Jordan.
No, that is Michael
That one time
Jordan.
that ref changed it. Yeah, that guy fouled me. Oh, he fouled you, Jordan? All right,
I'm sorry.
Foul.
I got it. My bad, Mike.
But like seriously, like what in the game of basketball? No,
in all sports.
You know
in
what?
all sports wells.
Why do we have a coach?
Target calls.
Let him do the arguing.
It's true.
Well,
He sees every game. He sees every play. He knows what goes down. He's a coach.
remember the NHL? It used to be this way. The NHL, the captain was the only person that could talk to the ref.
yeah.
That's what basically the captain was the only one. The reason players, and it happens in every sport, the reason you talk to the ref is to get that next call. It's not to change that
No,
call.
I understand
it's
that.
to get the next call.
Let the coach do it.
I agree with that. I don't think
Let the
players
coach
should- I
make the
agree.
call. These entitled little punks, like they want everything. They want it
they do.
all. They want to play with the certain players they want to play with. They want all the spotlight. They want all the merchandise. Now they want their own refs in the game that they can control. Give me a break. Man. These guys make it so easy to hate them.
That is very hateful. I think I agree with Wells on that one.
Yeah.
I agree with Wells on that one. It is annoying. They do want it all. They do want it all.
They want everything.
Yeah.
And like,
Draymond Green here.
give the game back to the people. That's what matters.
Yeah. Smythe, you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I completely agree, but I just feel like this is a fight you're not going to win.
No, it's like them replacing the refs. That's not going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
come on.
And whatever. Let's move on to some Raptor news. Right now we're watching the.
a blowout.
I got some Raptor news for you.
Give me some Raptor news.
There is a blowout happening at the ACC right now. Raptors are up by about 5 touchdowns.
To be honest, CJ Miles came in here and just blown the Cavs out the water. This guy's just knocking down everything.
Yeah, I think Matt Devlin's running out of cities to call from downtown.
Remember when I said they're the Spurs of the East?
Yeah, and
You
you're
asked.
crazy. You're crazy then.
God,
You're crazy
son
now.
of a- I'm just-
and you're
I'm
crazy
right.
then. You're crazy now.
But they're winning by 30. Can we at least give them they're on their
They're
way?
a good team. They're a good team. They're not the Spurs. Like, get out of here. Stop with your
They're
knowledge.
better than the Spurs right now.
And
Somebody
this is without Lowry. This is without Ibaka.
I'm just saying. Wells,
yeah.
are you with me?
No,
Oh, man, you asked me that last week, and
and
I'm
you said no. And no,
I'm never gonna stop
Let's not forget, these guys lost 2 days ago at home to the Miami Heat.
It's true. But
Man,
last
Heat-
night?
Huh? No, 2 days ago.
Oh, is it?
I was watching some of that game, and
was not a good game.
no, but I don't even know who half these guys on the Heat are. Who
I-
is
yeah.
Adebayo?
Yeah, they're not.
And they're only 3 games behind the Cavs. They're in 4th place.
Yeah.
That Heat team.
It's the East,
I mean,
man.
but this is the deepest Raptor team I've ever seen.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Now,
Yeah.
does this team have a chance in a 7-game series against the same Cavaliers team?
No. We talked about that last week, too.
Isn't that crazy? I feel the same way.
But my question was going to be the Raptors January. Should that be a measuring stick? Right now they got the Cavs. They're beating the Cavs, whooping up on the Cavs. Saturday they got Golden State. Then they got Philadelphia, Detroit, San Antonio, Minnesota, Atlanta, Utah, Lakers, and then Minnesota again. Should this be? Are you guys looking at this month as a big measuring stick for the Raptors?
Well,
Small measuring stick, or it doesn't really matter?
let's assume they get this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Golden State doesn't have Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant's playing limited minutes.
Say they beat them. Say they beat Golden
If
State.
they beat them, then there's only 3 dangerous games on that schedule.
Yeah.
You got the Spurs and you got Minnesota twice. One of them's at home. You're probably going to get one of those games. Now, like,
They're both at home.
you can't play Minnesota twice at home. You play one home, one away.
Oh, sorry. All right, I thought you were talking about Spurs.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Spurs.
You're better than Philly.
Golden State's at home,
Yeah.
and Spurs are at home.
You're better than Philly.
Here,
You're better than
at
Utah. Atlanta's the worst team in the league. It's not that bad of a stretch. Now, it's
But no, it's the quality of teams you're playing. That's what I'm saying.
well,
Yeah,
the
it's
quality's
teams.
diminished because forget Cleveland. This
No,
goes-
but you're playing 3 or 4. You're playing about 4 teams that are considered good in the NBA.
yeah, but like
So you got Cleveland, Golden State, Minnesota, and San Antonio.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So if you lose, say you lose half of those games,
Yeah.
so you're looking great.
Yeah.
I think the Raptors.
Oh, but are you looking at this as a measure stick? Are you saying when they come out of January, are you going,
No.
yeah, if they got to win
No.
2 of those major games, or you don't, it doesn't matter.
They can
too.
lose all those. I think they're still top 5 teams in
Yeah.
the league, and it won't change anything if they win every single game in there. They're still top 5. They're still not number 1, but they're still not lower than 5th in terms of talent. This is a good team.
Yeah. This blowout right now, currently we're watching it right now. It's in the third quarter with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Raptors are 78-51. Does this mean anything to you, Wells, as far in the
No, my
big
measuring
picture?
stick is in April.
In April. Yeah.
That's when it matters.
Yeah.
These January, February games, it doesn't mean anything, man. It won't mean anything in March either.
Yeah.
April is the one that matters, and that's all that we're looking forward to, right? That's all we can really. That's why you built this team, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
for
you
April.
know what? I think this game's good for them in terms of confidence that they can beat this Cleveland
But in the
team.
big picture,
Well, in the big picture, like you said, do you trust this in the playoffs? You guys both said no, and I happen to agree.
I didn't say anything yet.
Right? And so the concept you have to really walk away with here is that, great, you can beat them in January, but you're going to meet them,
Yeah.
right? How good you be that? Again, when the bench shorts, how good are the
Short,
Raptors
yeah.
when they're 8 deep instead of 11,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
That's true. Let's move on to some NHL. The All-Star game was selected.
By who?
I don't even know. I was looking for voting numbers. I didn't even find them.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I'm so. Are we done with this 3-on-3 tournament?
No.
No, I'm all right with that.
I think
Really?
it's exciting. You know what? It's
God,
growing
it's-
on me. Every year it stands, it gets better. I like overtime now.
Now, I want you. Now, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. The 3-on-3 All-Star tournament.
Yeah, well, it's the same concept though, right? The overtime games I'm excited for, and I'm excited for the All-Star. I'm excited
Really?
for the 3-on-3. I like the
How
open
many,
nights.
how many have you watched? Truthfully,
I've watched.
How many All-Star
I think
games
I've
have you-
watched every All-Star game, to be honest. And it's not because like, oh my god, I can't wait for it. It's just it's on TV, and I like goals.
I don't watch it. It's on Royal Rumble Day. It is.
Gary Bettman's NHL. As far as All-Star games are concerned, this is like on the bottom rung of the 4 major sports, even below the Pro Bowl.
No,
in my
I'd
opinion.
watch it over the Pro Bowl. I'd watch it
Number-
over the NBA.
Yeah,
Really over
Yeah.
the NBA?
I think the NBA is the
Everyone's-
worst actual All-Star game. They have the best like night before. The skills competition is the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's an All Star game after this, so whatever.
'Cause I don't. Like,
I just bet
All-Star
on,
games in general are. I don't think that's for us. I think it's for kids personally. I don't think. But this All-Star game, I just hate the 3-on-3. And Gary.
why do you
Bettman's-
hate it?
It's a gimmick. It's not hockey. It's just a gimmick. That's all it is.
That's
There's-
what the All Star game is, a gimmick.
Well, the All-Star game is to showcase your talent.
Yeah.
But this is a gimmick. It's not the actual game. They don't play 3-on-3.
I agree with that.
It's not the actual game they play.
whoa, every overtime is 3-on-3.
But you play 5-on-5,
Yeah,
6-on-6.
I agree
with that.
I don't know why you don't count the goalie. 6-on-6 for 3 quarters. Periods, excuse me, not quarters. Periods.
To be honest, man, I disagree with you almost wholeheartedly.
All right.
I really like the concept of like it's not whole lines, so guys have more ice time to shine. You're seeing only talented players. Like when the Leafs play 3-on-3, I get excited because you're gonna see 3 great kids on the ice that can.
Okay, you're
play.
talking about the game. Again, you're talking about the game. And 3-on-3 I hate anyway. But I'm talking about the All-Star game. This tournament where a representative from every team has to go. And they have this silly tournament that they have.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking about the All-Star game,
I know,
not the game.
but I'm saying it's 3-on-3. It's open ice. It's all talent. It's fun. It's a lot of goals. I enjoy it personally.
The All-Star game's a lot of goals anyway, period.
I think I enjoy it more than I like any other All-Star game, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, like the Pro Bowl, no one cares about the Pro Bowl,
Well, a lot of people care about it.
mainly because the best players don't play. They're playing the Super Bowl, right? So you don't even get the stars.
If you base it on ratings, the Pro Bowl is actually the best.
Well, okay, but
All-Star game. If you're basing on racing, if you're basing on
but
ratings,
you can also base every football game is better than any other game in any other sport, right?
Yes.
Just based on ratings.
Yes.
But in terms of like,
well, the most interesting.
entertainment?
Not saying the best is the most interesting.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like. I want to see Crosby, Ovechkin, and Seth Jones play on a line against like Kane, McKinnon, PK. Like I like that. That sounds awesome.
Well, the rumor is it's not going to happen. But the rumor is these players want to boycott the
Because they can't go to the
No,
Olympics.
sorry, because they can't go to the Olympics, so they want to boycott it. It's not going to happen.
You know
can
what?
Can you actually see Sidney Crosby
You know
standing
what
up?
they should do? They should say forfeit 20% of your salary and go play in the Olympics if you want to, and just see how many guys go. Just whatever. You want to go that bad? Here you go. Forfeit some of your
They
salary.
announced the Canada roster today. Yeah.
Anybody notable on that?
Ben Scrivens,
Nice.
Derek Roy.
Nice.
Yeah, some real classic names.
Derek
there.
Roy.
Yeah, remember
Where's he
him?
play?
I don't know. Play Team Canada.
Now, I thought they would take the Spengler Cup team and just send them there. Why not?
No, I don't think they can.
I think there's
They-
one World
they can't
Junior
play.
guy that made
Yeah,
it too.
they can't play.
Quentin Howden.
That's
Didn't
nice.
somebody turn it down? One of the junior guys turned it down.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think one of those junior guys turned it down. And how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you turn it down? But anyway, what else we got here? Oh, one thing I've been hearing a lot of is that the Leafs should make major moves right now. Right
Major
now is the
moves.
times. We got to trade for guys right now.
They talked about Eric
you guys
Carlson.
you guys are Leaf fans. Like, do you agree with that, or just write out the young guys?
What are you gonna do?
You can't- I don't know.
One
what
name I
thinking.
heard, and maybe that's because they played Ottawa yesterday, is
Carlson.
trade for Carlson.
I heard Carlson.
Wow.
But you're definitely gonna have to give up somebody for Carlson.
I mean,
again,
you're never
you know-
gonna get Carlson as cheap as you are right now
Yeah.
because he's having an off year.
Negative 15 right now, minus 15 in the season.
But you know that guy basically said pull the brakes truck for him because he's not taking a discount.
What do you
As a
mean?
Leaf fan, would you like to see that, or just write out the young guys?
Sure.
else?
Would I like to see Eric Carlson
In a Leaf uniform?
feed passes to Austin Matthews? Yes, I'd like to see that. What's the price? That's my next question.
If you had to give up Nylander,
Of course, shouldn't give up Nylander.
I don't want to.
if it came down to Nylander or Carlson, who are you taking most? I mean Smythe.
Oh, I would give up Nylander if that deal was available, like straight up. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Wow, you're crazy. Wow.
Why? How long is Carlson gonna play? Carlson's got what 6-7 more years in him.
No, he's got more than that. He's only like 26.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
not-
saying you have
No, I think he's like. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I think
you
he's like
have
27
great
or something.
talent and a long time in him. You're gonna lose one of these kids anyways. So
You're not gonna lose Nylander.
you're gonna lose
It's-
him or Marner. One of the two you can't keep.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna happen anyways, I understand it's a big hit, but who you're bringing in, you're instantly replacing it. It's absolute star power. Marketing, branding, everything is up. It's a plus everywhere around if it's possible. And I don't think Ottawa would do
That's
it.
a haul, man.
No, Ottawa would definitely do it because they're not paying Carlson.
That's a trade.
They are not paying.
If
Carlson.
that's available and they wouldn't pull the trigger on that, I would be surprised.
No, my only thing is again the talking heads. Nick
Ooh.
Caprios.
Here-
always good.
guys, if you want to listen to this podcast again, do a drinking game, and every
Say
time
the
that
talking
Dwayne says
heads.
talking heads, take a drink.
I have to say talking heads to say you know where it's coming from. Again, the talking heads. They said,
There he is. Drink again, guys.
Nick
I am.
Caprios. You can't trade him because they're the biggest rival.
What? They traded
Toronto.
Dion Phaneuf
Toronto and Ottawa?
That's exactly what I said.
They traded Dion
That's exactly
Phaneuf
what I said.
2 years ago.
You can't trade him because it's your biggest rival. No, Dion Phaneuf and Eric Carlson are on two different levels. You can't.
Of course,
trade-
they're
But-
two different levels.
you can't do it.
But
You
if one
can't
team's
trade
selling
within-
and one team's buying,
it's your biggest rival, Smythe. You
No, it's
can't
not.
do it.
The
not.
Habs are the biggest rival.
It's not really.
no,
But
it's
yeah,
the
it
biggest-
is.
It's the biggest rival for us. In Montreal, they
Montreal
don't
don't
care.
care.
They
Montreal
care
doesn't
about
care.
Boston, which is and soon we're going to care about Tampa Bay. We're not going to care about Montreal, but like whatever. We'll just keep talking.
I agree with you. If it's the best trade available, trade him. I don't care who you're
That's
trading
true.
it to.
If that's available in any shape or form, you can't keep those three kids beyond. Is it next season or season after?
Season after.
And you
some
can-
guys are up this year, but season
You can
after.
be a contender. Remember, Carlson almost took his team to theStanley Cup last year.
Well,
right?
this is the last year you're going to have Van Riemsdyk and Bozak together,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
So if you want to make a
And they
splash,
have a couple of young guys coming up in there in the.
well, this is their only weakness. Really, is getting another strong defender back there, right? And then
Another strong defender back.
yeah. Well, I mean, like Riley's pretty good,
Yeah,
He's
really.
okay.
No.
but I'd rather give more minutes
He's
to
a
say
number 2 or
someone
3
like
though. Defender.
what's that?
He's a 2 or 3 defenseman.
He's the number one. He's
no,
having.
he is their
He's
number
our
one,
number one.
but he's not a. Number
I would say
one.
Wells
he's.
is right.
no,
he's
he's
not
not.
having a bad year. He's having a
No, he's
decent
having a
year.
good
I
year.
think he
He's
got.
not number
I
one.
think he got snubbed from the All Star game. I think he deserves to be
Well,
there.
in Gary Bevan's NHL, you can't have that. Right.
Also, like, some of these guys on the All-Star team, like, why is Carey Price in the All-Star team?
I don't know.
Doesn't every team need one player?
They just Stone didn't make the All Star team either.
No, and, like, Marc-Andre Fleury is
Exactly.
on the All-Star team.
Exactly.
He missed half the season.
Yeah, you guys are fine with this All Star. Yeah, you guys.
No, I don't agree with some of the picks.
because one representative from a team has to go. They have to go.
Yo, Austin Matthews is the
It's
only
dumb.
Toronto Maple Leaf in the All Star game.
Yes.
Jesus, Murphy.
You guys are perfectly fine with this All Star game.
That's fine.
You
Okay.
guys
Like
are-
I said, I think Riley deserves to be there. I think he's a number one defenseman. You could put him on most teams. He'd be a number one defenser.
No, I think it's number 2.
Yo,
Personally,
Mike-
in my opinion.
Mike Green's in the All Star game.
Yeah, that's Mike Green is in the All-Star.
Oh, now you guys have a problem with
This
this All
is
Star game.
bad. This is bad.
Now you guys have a problem with the All Star game. The All Star game's horrible. It's horrible.
I don't think it's horrible. They could probably pick better, but
No,
like,
I think you should have the best players. It shouldn't be. Does baseball do that? A representative from every team has to
Yeah.
go. I hate that. I hate that. The best players should go.
Yeah, but baseball, you also have the largest rosters,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
also true. The best players should go, not one representative from every team. That's horrible. I hate that.
bah,
It's
whatever.
nonsense.
It is what
But
it
anyway, so you were in the ship of yes. Do you think they have to make a move this season though?
they have to get
Smythe?
another defenseman.
They do, but can you
I mean,
wait? Can you
do you-
wait for another guy to come up, or do you think they should get one now before you have to pay these guys?
I think you have the pieces and you can't keep the team. It's a great year to make a move. This year is probably the best statistical year for them to make a move to buy to get better for a playoff run because this is the opening of their window.
I think they will make a move for a defenseman, but they're not going to give up Marner or
be there.
Nylander. I think they'll go for someone kind of low key like Tanev from Vancouver, and I think that's the guy they're going to go after, or
If
someone
that,
like that.
I don't think they are.
Well,
I think they're gonna hold these guys that they have, and that's it.
Well, you can move JVR, you can move Bozak.
No, you're not going to
They're
move
not- they're not
them,
moving.
no.
But they're done after this year anyway.
Yeah, but you're not going to
Yeah,
move
they're
them.
not
But you can
But why?
Why?
for a defenseman. We just talked about
But
that.
like, why would you give up?
Who's giving up a number one defense for half a year of a guy?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like that, those are the guys that you trade as
Salary
rentals.
dumps. Salary dumps.
No, what?
No, but who?
They're
Who was
free
number one
agents.
defenseman?
That's a
Who-
salary dump.
It's true.
No, if you're a competing team, why would you trade one of your like? I think JVR leads the team in goals. Why would you trade him for? Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well,
you would
you're
trade
gonna lose
someone
him.
who's controllable for a few years because
Yeah.
that's what a team wants. A team doesn't want
Well, if
a
the, team,
JVR.
if the
Yeah.
team's
Half a
dumping
year.
cap, you want a guy that's half a year, right? That's what a salary dump is.
But like, why would no?
But wait, hang on. But no one's giving up their number one defenseman
Yeah.
for
not
half a
number
year.
one, but like just getting better. I'm
Then
not
what's
saying.
the point then? Then what's the point?
Well, what if you get a decent like mid tier?
Then what's the point if you're not getting a number one?
Well-
What's the point?
What do you have to give up to get a number one defenseman in this league?
Probably Nylander.
prospects, picks.
Yeah, picks Nylander. Like you're gonna have to give him something.
I don't know. I think
You can't
Nylander's-
have him free.
I give up Nylander in a heartbeat.
Jeez, man, what do you got against Willie?
I don't have anything against him. You just can't keep him all, and Marner won't give you much back.
Yeah,
I don't
but,
think
like,
people really want Marner.
I'd rather give up Marner.
I'd rather give him up too, but is he worth anything?
No, he's not worth a number one defenseman, but he can get something.
That's why I don't think they're getting number one defenseman. I think they're going to
They're
get
not.
like a
They're not.
Tanev or something.
Yeah, they're just gonna shore it up. They're gonna hope
Yeah.
these young guys come up. They do have a defenseman. I just can't remember his name. That's supposed to be pretty good. But I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's coming up anyway.
He must be good.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That seemed quick.
You know,
It's just pretty long.
it was an hour and a half.
It's pretty long.
Do you guys want to hear some poll results?
Oh yes, sorry. Yes, I went to get some polls.
All right, so we asked Twitter.
Wait. Do you have any previous polls? Are you
Yeah,
going-
that's
going
what I'm
that?
asking.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were
Anyway,
going-
we asked
Jeez.
Twitter, is this John Gruden hiring part of the show in Vegas or for the Raiders, or is just the team overpaying a coach way too much? 55% said it's just a show for Vegas,
It is.
right?
It's very splashy. He's not worth that much,
Right?
$100 million. He's not worth that.
And they said even though the Knights are doing great, the biggest story in Las Vegas is the Raiders are coming.
It is.
People don't even care. They said.
That is not 100% true, because Bob McCown's gone down to Vegas a couple times and he said that yes, there is
A
people
buzz.
are going to games and there's buzz and like even out of towners they're coming and they're going and blah blah blah. So there is a buzz there,
Nice.
but when the Raiders come, it'll be dwarfed.
All right. The week before we asked, now that DeRozan can shoot the three, is he Kobe Bryant light? 78%. Toronto heavy poll, don't get me
Said
wrong.
what?
Said
Said
yes. Said he is Kobe Bryant light now he can shoot the three-pointer.
How light?
Like, extra light.
Are we talking?
He
like
is, you know
Bud
what?
Light? Or?
He's playing great. I can't complain. I have nothing bad to say about
No, he's playing good. Is he Kobe? No.
that.
Hey, he dropped 50 the other night.
It's
53.
right. Hey,
Kobe dropped 80.
that's true.
One.
On Toronto. Anyway, and then the poll we just started: do the Jags keep Blake Bortles next season?
Wait. You gotta wait. You gotta save that.
100% no right now, man. 6 days
It's
left.
probably you.
100 no. We're 20 votes in. It's all no's. So I guess Kirk
20
Cousins is
people said
coming
no.
already.
I hate our
It's been
listeners.
20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes, and people are enraged.
Just because they side with me,
I'm gonna put yes.
Let me get on this poll right now. All right.
Thank you guys for participating in the polls. I'm gonna get Smythe to put up even more polls throughout the week, so you guys can. Everyone loves polls.
We need more opinions.
People love polls,
You know what? It's fun.
especially if they're against Wells.
Strippers, they love polls too.
Touche, Lost. Touche.
All right. Tell the people where they can find us, Smythe.
Well, our favorite place, Twitter, right now. We love it there. Instagram, where we do the live broadcasts once in a while there. We're also on Facebook. And we're also on Tumblr. You can hit us up there, guys. Make sure you guys hit us up. You can also hit up Nash at Nash_the_team. You can hit up me at Smythe_the_team. And Wells at Veepin.
Fuck
Tumblr?
you.
52.
I googled Tumblr the other day.
You Googled what Tumblr is? Or you
No, I just
went on
googled because I don't have a Tumblr, so I had to go through Google and I googled it. Tumblr? Very dirty.
Yeah.
Very dirty. It's a filthy place.
It's a nasty site. But, so I think all of our
But
posts.
thank you guys for following us.
Yeah,
there.
Twitter and Instagram posts go there, and people are all over it. So it's it's rated R zone. Wells.
Horseman podcast coming back this week or next week.
1 to 2.
Yeah, it's
just
coming
like
back.
really randomly?
It's coming back, and just tune into that.
SNL be shooting it.
Oh yeah, SNL be shooting a new episode comes out tomorrow. You can always check us out at the Park Daily though, guys. Go on the Park Daily, just click on one of the
Yes,
podcasts,
we're all there.
and it plays the latest episode. It's actually fantastic, and it streams very well, so you can be listening to whatever with your headphones in, and just go to the website and click on it, and it goes. So easy place to listen.
And again, follow me guys at Nash_the_team. Doing my fitness challenge.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna do a live video tomorrow with Mark. So follow me that. We're just gonna do our whole workout all live and stuff like that.
that's not weird at all.
People want to see. We're gonna do it in real time, see our workout and stuff like that. So,
Ooh.
fantastic.
Ooh.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we're out.
I don't like the way you guys said that.
You know what? I'm gonna watch tomorrow, and if
No, you're. What is that?
it's weird, you're gonna post videos of you lifting weights. I just whatever. I just want you to put extra heavy stuff on there, and I want to see you like almost pass out. That's all I'm really looking forward to.
Hey man, I lift,
Entertain.
man. I lift.
All right, guys. We will catch you next week.
Bye.
Nash Wells and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.